This is an orange, which averages about 3.5 inches. This is a typical one we are all familiar with. There is a huge difference in our common orange and an orange that Adam and Eve would have seen everywhere with their own eyes. These are also oranges. They are called the Meraki boulders and their home is in New Zealand. There are over 200 reports from ancient times about a great flood. Here in New Zealand, their ancient Maori legend is that a great man brought these food baskets or gourds on a great canoe. The rinds, the wedges, the segments tend to come apart between each other, juice vesicles that have maintained their color. There are other things that we can see. They're obviously suggesting that these are oranges. They have petrified the way they have due to the mineral and environment they were in when they were covered and then petrified. In other parts of the world, these fruits, and we're not just talking about oranges, some with the pits and some without, they take on different appearances according to the minerals they were exposed to. Does God's word testify to huge fruit? Can we take God at his word literally? Let's see, in the book of Numbers 13:23. These were men sent to spy out the land by Moses. And it goes on to say, and they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and down from thence a branch, they cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff, and they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. This is clearly telling us that they cut down one branch, one cluster of grapes, and yet this cluster of grapes was so large that it took 2 men to carry it upon a staff. Then we go on to verse 33. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so were we in their sight. In Genesis 6:1, it claims, and it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. When the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repenteth the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man from whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. In the book of Matthew, chapter 22, 29 and 30, Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the Scriptures, nor the power of God. For in the resurrection they neither marry, nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. It is important to research, because the author of the Word, Jesus himself, identifies what the Scriptures are. And I can only find this reference from the book Hidden from the People, for millennia, a book not accepted by the Jews, nor accepted as canon by the early church. Yet Jesus Christ himself proclaims, Ye do err, not knowing the Scriptures. His reference about the heavenly estate of the angels comes from only one place, the book of Enoch. Now the book of Enoch is also quoted by the Apostle Jude directly from Enoch, and speaks of Enoch's prophecies. In the book of Enoch, we read of the Ancient of Days, the Son of Man, and the Lord of Spirits being there from the beginning. The story claims the giants cut down the trees. From that reference, I concluded the trees were huge, and the fruit should have been huge also. And I concluded that I might be able to find evidences of this, and that's exactly what we have here. Scientists had already seen these and couldn't identify them. They are either blind, ignorant, or it is much, much worse than that. Or is it all three? You be the judge.